Don't you wanna know? If this is your home.
Hi everyone, it's Thanksgiving and I have COVID. I've had it for about a week. And I'm in this, the house now, the community house by myself. So it's been a wild year of people coming and going and retreats and now it's just me for now. And the lease ends at the end of the year. So we'll see what comes in next. I have no idea. But anyway, yesterday I thought I might be feeling a little better. So I pulled some cards and I actually wasn't feeling good enough, but I left them out and I got really weak. So I took a picture of them and just kind of contemplated what I was going through and what the cards were trying to say. And I feel like I can share more of that after 24 hours. For me, I've had COVID a few times. This case is much more mild compared. But it always seems to be a bit of a dark night of the soul. Looking at what is in the unconscious that didn't, that I didn't have the courage to look at before, and possibly thought I had already even healed, and there can be some frustration in that. So I don't know if I've shared with you that I know that I have. These readings are for all of us, me included. And sometimes I go back and listen to them because I feel like I'm not there. Spirit comes through and I want to hear what the message is later. So, okay, so I pulled some cards and I'll just share with you. The first card that came out was the Five of Wands, which is a card that is trying to give the message that, this is a card of a bit of conflict, but it's about lessons. It's about being willing to face head on our lessons because we've asked to grow. And this particular card shows that these people are reaching for this fire. So the message is you are to continue to reach for what you are passionate about. And I know that that can be hard because for myself, I tend to try to put my energy into everything else that I know is my path because I am afraid of love, because I am afraid of actually having everything that God has for me, that the universe wants for me, because it's so big and it's so beyond my comprehension. And because in the past I have, made mistakes and feel possibly that I'm not worthy of having these things that are burning a fire inside of me. So that is the first message I got from this card. And then the second message was that we are not to do it alone anymore. And this card is talking about being able to collaborate with others for joy. And the Spirit is saying that you don't have to form a marriage or a best friend or, a tribe. If there's fear, that's okay. Just be willing to be around others. Just be willing to come out of isolation. Just be willing to take a chance on trusting other people again, because the fact is that God is in all of us and that you can see beyond each personality to the Spirit within. And Spirit is saying that your joy will be in being around other people. The next card that we got was the Sun. And the message I got from this card was that you're being asked to open up to the warmth that is available for you in your heart right now. It's a real surrender to the softness that's inside of you, that you can link in and connect to this universal source of warmth and love. And just a reminder, a strong reminder that love is what you are and what you come from. And if you can just find a mantra that is similar to that to embrace, because there does need to be a reminder often that life is about love. Love is the center, and you're being asked to open to that center and acknowledge it within yourself. The next card, and this is a major arcana, minor arcana, the lessons that we're learning, major arcana, another major arcana, which is the Chariot. This is, it's Thanksgiving here, and the construction guys are just having a ball. For 2 days, they've been celebrating. I don't know, while they're working, they're celebrating. So instead of being annoyed, I'm like, get into the joy, get on the bandwagon of joy. This card is showing that there are no reins attached to these horses. You're being asked to move forward away from challenge, not knowing where you're going and not in control of where you're going. There's no reins. You can't control these horses. And that is the Spirit saying, if you can embody the energy of love and let go of control, you're going to be shown and need to be shown that you are completely cared for and that something greater than you that loves you has you. And that trust needs to be developed. So the Spirit is saying, let go of having to know anything, because you also got another major arcana and another, the Magician and Strength. So the thing is, with the Magician, it says that you can co-create with the universe, which means you're not doing it. It means that you embrace the energy of love and let the Spirit bring to you those things that, it's like, yes, reach for your passion and fire within and say yes to the invitations and trust that Spirit's got you, and you will be co-creating. You can see that I stuttered on that because I'm having a real hard time letting go of control right now. So that's what's happening for me. So I know it's happening for some of you. I really want, and I got COVID because of it, because I'm afraid to let the Spirit take over, because what if I don't get what I think I need, what I think I want, what I think I need? And really, it's been a lifelong lesson for me. And here it is up again. So the Spirit is asking you to let go and trust and not to settle. Another card that I thought was interesting that came up on this row with this deck was the Seven of Swords. Look at the girl in this image. There is a lack of trust that the Spirit can handle this task. So the thing is, you know that you're being asked to trust. So you're being asked to take a leap of faith, and we're going to acknowledge right now this energy that says, I got to do this myself. I've got to take the swords into my own hand and fight this battle. Seven of Swords is an illusion of conflict, but that's what swords represent. They're just mental conflict. But the seven is probably the yuckiest card in the deck. It's a feeling of being deceived and lied to. But you've got the strength and the power of the Magician of co-creation to overcome this belief that you and I are not loved, that the world is against us, that there is something deceptive. Now, the mind is what is deceiving. The mind is saying, you can't co-create with the universe, and you don't have the strength to overcome this. And that is what this card is talking about. So it's the Spirit is saying that you do have the strength to overcome these thoughts. And that is this lesson that's being, that is the challenge and the lesson to overcome the mind that says you can't, you won't, and you're not worthy. So a little further down, what we have is these oracle cards came through, and it's patience and fork in the road. So you are at a fork in the road and not sure which way to go. And the Spirit is saying, have patience, because this is a complete mind shift away from the belief in victimization, deception, being left out, being alone without direction. So that is the energy that is being faced and overcome with patience. You have 2 cards of miracles that came out in a row. Miracles itself and serendipity, which means a series of miracles are coming into your life. With miracles not for you came out. This is the 3rd time the card not for you came out in a row in my readings. It came out with miracles. So the message I got with this was that if you think that miracles are not a way of life for you, that thought system is no longer for you. The thought system of deception, of victimization, of anything other than miraculous state of mind, it's not for you because you have looked at it long enough. You have really faced the darkness in your mind and been through long, long periods of dark night of the soul. And the Spirit is just saying, when you're ready to decide on miracles as a way of life, it is yours. But the next set that came out was the series of miracles are coming into your life, but you're going to be asked to have the flexibility to ride that train without being the driver. This flexibility, this woman is not a body. This angel is floating. So, if you let yourself be moved by something greater than you, by love and by letting go of control, that will be your ticket, your ride into a series of miracles. That is what life is for you now when you let go of the reins. Life is a series of miracles. Those are the messages that I have for you, and I will see you next time.
Don't you wanna know why? You don't wanna be